I just received a text. Just a casual text from my oncologist nurse that potentially, mind you, this is all like, but there's a trial that they've been trying to get me into for 9 months. It's open. I think I'm in. It's a hope. I'm running out of options. There's still options. I'm not there yet. You know, but like this week, this week my platelets were too low, so I couldn't get chemo. 5 weeks ago, my white blood cell count was too low, so I couldn't get chemo. Every time you can't get chemo, the cancer has more time to figure out how to get around that chemo, more time to grow. Fucks with you. How can it not? I say over and over again, I don't know how, as a cancer patient, you're not just, how I'm not running down the street screaming at all times. I just don't know. I mean, really. Sounds so good. It's a trial for your lungs. There's stories where people get into these trials and they make it. They live. And that's the funny thing about all this, is because you can't quite go there, right? Because what happens in my, what happens when they tell you that you're not winning? Because I've already had this experience. I'm going to win. I'm going to beat cancer. Of course it's my attitude. Of course it's what I believe. I mean, if not, if I didn't think I was going to win, if I thought it was over, then you'll know, because I'll stop treatment. I'm not going to go out like that. It's really gotten very scary lately, because I'm running out of plans. But fuck, I could be in this trial. And anyways, I'd really like to be in this trial, even if it doesn't work for me. My friend Kevin had esophageal cancer, and they tried all the traditional methods for the first 2 years. It didn't work. And so he got into this trial, and the trial was for lung cancer, not for esophageal cancer. And so they told him that, they were honest, that it might buy him a little bit of time, but it wasn't gonna cure him. And he chose to do the trial, and it's a gamble when you do a trial too. At least with him, they were honest, but it's a huge decision, because you stop treatment. Chemo is working. It's keeping me here. I can't get it all the time. It's getting harder and harder. It's not gonna last much longer. If it works. So now you make the decision to stop and just rely on this trial. Well, it didn't work for Kevin. It was a very long year. But the beauty is, that trial actually, they pivoted and they turned into an amazing treatment for esophageal cancer. Kevin is saving lives. And I think as scary as it is to think about walking away from something that's working to gamble on something that could work better, I think I know in the long term the chemo's not going to work. It's already breaking down, right? So I don't know. What do I have another 6 months of chemo working, another year of chemo working? I don't know. My oncologist has one patient. He's been doing chemo for 6 years. That sounds horrible to me, but okay. I have been waiting to be allowed into this fucking trial for 9 months. All I could focus on was like this trial because this is the option. This is like when you're planning, right? There's another step to take. There's another step to take. Another step to take. You start running out of steps, you know? And the trial actually has always been the last step. And now that it's potentially here, which of course I want it to be here, of course if they tell me tomorrow that I actually am in this trial, I will be running as fast as I can. But I didn't think about this part. They say stories in the halls of the chemo center. They tell stories about people that choose to do food approach or natural, homeopathic approach to cancer. And yes, there are those very, very, very rare success stories. But 99.9% of the time that doesn't work. And what happens is those people come back to the oncologist, now very frightened because they're looking at their impending death. And now they want to do the treatment that will no longer work because it's gone too far.